Hey, what is up everybody? Zerofats here coming at you on behalf of AdventuresOnTheRiver.com. That is a place where I show you how to earn a full-time income using the power of Amazon and the internet. So today I want to talk to you about feedback, right? Feedback on Amazon.com. And I want to start it by asking you a question. How much do you think one feedback rating is worth? $5, $10, $3? How much is it worth? How much do you think it's worth to you that one person leaves you positive feedback or negative feedback? Well, you know, that's a subject that's open for debate. You know, but one thing I can tell you that's factual: the less feedback you have, the more they are worth. Okay, so keep that in mind. All right, now take that and put it aside for a second. All right, so what else? So I want to talk to you guys a little bit about a feedback management system that I've been using that has helped my feedback, and maybe you can use it and help your feedback if you do Amazon. Now see, I did really good when I was doing self-fulfilled. I was just fulfilling all my own orders. I did pretty good. When I started doing FBA, and when I started doing a lot of FBA, that's where you kind of you delegate a lot of your customer service to Amazon. Now I don't know if you remember a few videos back where I was telling you guys about how, like, it's not really your business model, it's Amazon's business model. Well, that's true, and it translates to customers also. Those aren't really your customers, those are Amazon's customers. And them taking control of customer service when you do FBA is kind of part of that. They're really Amazon's customers, they're not your customers. So what does it equal? Well, it doesn't really matter. I mean, if you don't care about that kind of thing, it doesn't really matter as long as you're making money, right? It's fine, they're Amazon's customers, whatever, as long as I'm making money. That's one way to look at it. But you do own that feedback, okay? That's not Amazon's feedback sitting there on your account profile. You own that feedback, and the worse it gets, that's going to affect your sales. Okay, so what happens is the things you're sending to Amazon, and then it's being sold, through Amazon's FBA program, being sent to the customers. And then if something happens, if something's damaged in shipping or whatever, sometimes Amazon will fix your feedback rating, sometimes they won't. It really just depends. Amazon at this point is a very big machine, and if something happens you don't like, sometimes they're not always the easiest to get to work for you, if that makes sense. Without getting into too much detail, don't think you can just call them up and be like, hey guys, yeah man, this feedback rating, man, that had nothing to do with me. Can you go ahead and fix that for me? What's up? And then, like, bam, in like a half hour it's fixed for you. It's not really like that. It's not like that at all. So just understand, when you do Amazon FBA, there's a high potential, especially if you're selling thousands of items. If you're pushing like 40 to 50 items a day through Amazon FBA, like you're making that many sales a day, there's a high potential for your feedback rating to start dropping a little bit. So what can you do to kind of combat that? What can you do to manage that? Well, here's what I suggest, and what I've been working on, and it's been pretty helpful for me. It's been working for me, so you guys might try it. I've maintained some self-fulfilled stuff. All right. Now, let's say you're 100% FBA and you don't have anything self-fulfilled. Okay. Well, I propose starting a little bit of self-fulfilled merchandise, and what I propose is small items that don't cost you very much, and the idea is not really to turn a profit on these items. The idea is to provide excellent customer service. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. This right here, it's an unopened Happy Meal toy from McDonald's. I don't know what this particular one is going for. Let's say it's going for $2.99, okay? Well, all I want to sell this for on Amazon is, is just whatever it's going for, you know, something small, a small amount. I'm not worried about making a profit on this, okay? How do I provide excellent customer service? Okay, I'll tell you how. When someone orders this, right, I'm going to send them an additional one, right? I'm going to send them two, right? Not just the same thing, but I'm going to send them a different one. I'm going to send them like a little bonus one, right? The same package too. Now in the package, I'm going to put, hey, thanks for doing business. Thanks for your business. You know, I appreciate your business. Blah, 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 blah. Then on a separate card, all right, I'm going to put bonus on there. Hey, bonus. Hey, just to let you know, appreciate your business. As a special thank you, wanted to offer you this little bonus gift. Boom. Simple as that. Easy, right? And the bonus gift is this. What are you doing? You're controlling the situation. You're managing feedback. What you're doing is you're giving that customer goodwill. You're increasing your goodwill with the customer, right? You charge them a fair price for an item, right? Then you added an extra one. Then you put in a thank you card. Then you put in a little bonus card, right? Now what that's doing, man, is that is increasing your goodwill like tenfold, okay? It's like hardwired into human nature that when you give someone something for free, they feel the need to reciprocate, right? That's kind of just hardwired into our DNA. We just kind of feel that way. Have you ever met people who don't like to borrow, who don't like anyone to give them money? They don't want anything from anybody. They don't just want you to do anything for them. And a lot of the feelings with that is there's kind of like this subconscious feeling, hey, I don't want to owe you anything, right? Now, you know, I might be able to like, here, dude, here, just take 20 bucks, you know, I know you're running low on dough, don't worry about paying me back, here's 20 bucks. No, man, I don't want it, I'm good. A lot of people say that's pride, making them not take that money, and some of it might be pride, but some of it also might be this subconscious instinct that you don't want to owe somebody something. Okay, well here's what I'm telling you, when you do something like this, and you put that extra little thing in there, okay, what you're doing is you're increasing your goodwill by tenfold, okay? You're making them think you're an awesome person, okay? And also, what you're doing is you are kind of producing this desire to reciprocate. You're producing this desire to reciprocate because now you've given the customer something for nothing, and they might feel like they need to reciprocate, okay? And really the only way that a customer can reciprocate with a seller on Amazon is through feedback. That's like the first way that comes to mind. So by doing a little thing like this, you have increased your chances by a whole lot to get a feedback rating from that customer, and also you have pretty much guaranteed a positive feedback rating from that customer. Okay? Now what is special about this method? Okay, I'll tell you what's special about it. Number one, you have not asked for feedback. Now that's very, very important. Do not ask for feedback. If you ask for feedback, you cancel out the goodwill. Okay? You cancel it out. Because now, listen, people are savvy, guys. People understand internet these days. They're savvy. And if you ask for anything from the customer, they're going to see this bonus gift as a bribe. It's a bribe to get good feedback from you. You do not ask for good feedback, okay? You offer this as a bonus gift, okay? Hey, as a bonus, just as a special thanks for your business, we left in this bonus gift for you. Enjoy, have a great day, see you later, peace. Thanks for doing business. And that's how you approach it. You put in your little thanks for your business card, and you put in your little bonus gift card. You do not ask for feedback, okay? Now, I've been saying that forever, and that's what I teach on Adventures on the River about the feedback thing, not asking for feedback. And the reason is because everybody has a different opinion about what good service is, okay? Let's say if I give you a 1 to 5 rating for a movie, right? I say, hey, what'd you think of that movie on a scale of 1 to 5? I want you to know there's a dedicated part of the population that will never pick 5, ever. And the reason is because they always want to save room for something better. That's like a mentality. That's a personal kind of mentality going on, and they just will never use the 5, right? They're not aware that they're never going to use the 5, but it's absolutely there. They're never going to use the 5. So what happens is you get 4s from people like that. And then you have other people who will give you a 3, who feel like they got okay customer service, but it wasn't anything crazy special, right? And they'll give you a 3. And 3s hurt you, man. 3's neutral feedback, and they can hurt you. I mean, it's kind of stupid that they hurt you, but they can. So, yeah, that's some of the reasoning behind why you don't ask for feedback. You're awakening a sleeping giant. You're awakening someone else's brain that, you know, might not think like you. They might not have the same rating scale as you. They might not see that 1 to 5 scale the same as you do. And everybody has a different opinion about what's awesome customer service. So don't ask for the feedback. What you're going to do is you're going to increase your goodwill with your customer base, and you're going to really make them feel like they have a sense of owing you something. And by giving them extra stuff and putting in thank you cards and bonus cards, you're going to really increase your chance of getting feedback from them. So how do you make this work, right? How do you make this work? Well, it's absolutely imperative that you do this yourself. You can't do it through Amazon. Amazon's not going to let you, they're not going to let you, they don't want you to put any kind of thank you cards in there. They don't want you to put anything that's going to link the customer back to your business, right? Those are Amazon's customers. They are absolutely aware of this fact. So when you put anything to FBA, they don't want any kind of thank you cards, anything like that in your stuff that links customers back to your business or anything like that. And then you do something like that, and it could be grounds for termination, and they'll just cancel your account, and you'll be done. So this method, this feedback management system I'm talking about, absolutely you do it on your own, separate from your Amazon business, okay? So you got your Amazon FBA business going, and it's cooking really well, but you need something to manage that feedback, right? Because Amazon's customer service is, you know, it's kind of crappy sometimes. They got this awesome perception, you know, people love to get things from Amazon, and a nice Amazon, oh, this came from Amazon, I got free Super Saver shipping, or I got Amazon Prime, and I got free 2-day shipping, blah, blah, blah. And it comes in a nice fancy Amazon box. But it's not always the best customer service, right? It's just a big company. They have a lot of money for advertising. But you, working by yourself and your little self-fulfilled inventory, you can provide awesome customer service. And one of the ways you're going to do that is providing the free gift, right? Now, here's the important part for you as a business person. How can I produce inventory for this feedback management system that doesn't really cost me a lot, that I can pretty much break even on? Because that's what you want. You want to at least, you just want to break even on it. You're doing it for the feedback. Basically, you're doing it for the free feedback. I don't want to say you're bribing these people, because you're not bribing them. You're not asking for feedback. What you're doing is you're creating incredibly goodwill with these people, and you are hoping to get good feedback from them by providing awesome service. Listen, this works really well, you guys. I had someone who actually ordered something off of me. I didn't have it in stock. I miscounted my stock on the item, and this was something that I went ahead and I refunded them their money instantly. Okay, sent them an email saying, "Hey, man, I didn't have the item you were looking for. You know, please accept my apologies." And what I did was, I went ahead and sent them a free gift anyway. It was another figure, not the one they ordered, but it was another figure, just as kind of like a free, hey, sorry, and I sent it to them, right? And as a result, like, they left me a feedback rating of a 4, right? 4 out of 5, right? And they left a big comment saying, hey, unfortunately, this, you know, seller was out of the item that I wanted, but they sent me a free gift. How awesome and professional is that? You know, so I got this awesome feedback rating from a customer who I didn't even have the item they needed. So it worked out really well. Okay, guys, so what's the deal with the feedback management system inventory? How does this work? Where do you find stuff to to sell through feedback for your feedback management system inventory. How do you make it work? It sounds awesome, right? You're going to get some cool feedback, but to do so you're going to have to give people free stuff, basically. Well, that's exactly right. So what you want to do is, ignore your ROI on this for a minute. Forget about the return on investment, because we're not basing that off of money right now with feedback management system. We're basing it off of feedback. Your return on investment is going to come in the form of feedback, right? You're managing your feedback percentage score with this. Forget like margin, because your margin is going to come in the form of feedback, right? So here's what I propose. Let's say you find these, you can get these for like 50 cents or something, okay? So you want to sell them for at least twice what you're buying them for, right? Because you know you're going to give one away, right? So let's say completely, just to make it simple, let's say I bought this for 50 cents. I found a box of these for 50 cents a piece at an auction, right? Let's say it equaled out to 50 cents a piece. I got a whole box of them at an auction, right? Little Happy Meal toy collection, whatever. It equaled out to about 50 cents a piece, right? Well, let's just make this math really simple. Let's say after my my shipping fee per unit, and my shipping supply costs and my little Amazon fees and stuff, let's say it equaled out to about $1 a piece, right? Let's say they equal out about, I got $1 in each one of these things. Let's say that, okay? Well, if I got $1 in each one of these things all together, then I want to sell them for no less than $2 a piece, okay? Now, if the going market rate is $2.99, then that's great, okay? The going market rate is a lot less than $2. If the going market rate's like $1, that's not so great. You have two choices. You can put it up there for $2, or you can find something else for your feedback management inventory. The idea is that whatever your cost is, your total cost in the item, you need to put it up there for twice that amount. Okay. If it's $1 item, if you got $1 in cost, it needs to go up there for $2. Okay, because you're going to be giving one away. And that's the way that works. So when you're looking for inventory that's going to be like for feedback management, keep in mind that you want things that you can sell for at least twice as much, which shouldn't be that difficult. We do that anyway, right? We're out there looking for things that we can get like hopefully at least 100% ROI on, and this is no different. Just a little bit different technique. I mean, now you're not selling it for the money, now you're going to be giving a free one away, but you still want 100% ROI, basically. And the other thing is, still, even though this is feedback management inventory, you still absolutely want, good bestseller rankings, if you can swing it. Now, if you find, a really good deal on something and it doesn't have that great of, bestseller ranking, then fine, whatever, then go for it if you want to, as long as you got a place to store it, That's why I love using the little things, like these Happy Meal toys. Another example, look at these little blind bags. Picked up some of these blind bags, these Walking Dead, they're just these little chibi blind bags. They sell these things, they sell them $2.99, I think, a pack. Like at Target, $2.99 a pack at Target. You get 3 of them in a pack. They're little blind bags. That's a great situation for feedback management inventory because, it's $2.99 a pack. So you take all of them out of their pack, you impulse seal them all individually, you sell them individually on Amazon, you assign them all UPC numbers, and you sell them individually, right? And now you're selling them $2.99 a piece instead of $2.99 a pack. So this affords you the ability to send people an extra one when they buy one, right? And what you're doing is you're going to make a little bit of profit on something like that, but more to the point, and the main goal is you're going to help your feedback rating a lot, and you're going to manage any kind of negative feedback you might be getting from Amazon FBA with them handling the bulk of your business. Okay, so I hope that's been helpful. In November, I'm going to do a more in-depth video course for AdventuresOnTheRiver.com members. on this very thing. Feedback Management System 101. I want to map out a whole blueprint for all you members of AdventuresOnTheRiver.com. But here on YouTube, I just wanted to give you guys kind of a heads up. Those of you with you know, who know what I'm talking about, you can put this together fairly easily and make it work for you. You know, things like this, they store very easily. You know, you can find a place in your house to store, you know, your feedback management inventory, or you can, you know, get yourself a little little storage unit and store it there, whatever. Now we're coming up on we're in you know, fourth quarter right now, which a lot of people who sell on Amazon, they know, you know, there's a lot of money to be made in the fourth quarter on Amazon. Now, if you're a new seller on Amazon, you're probably not going to be able to sell toys. They shut that category down at this time of year. They only let certain people sell toys. So in that case, if you're trying to do feedback management, inventory, you know, stuff like this probably isn't going to work for you because these are little toys. But there's a lot of other things you could use. I mean, toys is not the only thing people buy on Amazon. And this time of year is a time of year where people buy all kinds of stuff. Okay, they buy all kinds of stuff. It's no mistake that I waited until now to do this feedback management inventory video. So the feedback management system that I'm giving you right now, I'm releasing it right now because this is a time of year where people are buying so much on Amazon that it is very easy to put together a little system like the one I'm talking about and boost your feedback rating considerably in a short amount of time, as long as you have the right items for your feedback management system. Right? So anyways, I hope this video has been helpful. I hope I didn't get too technical. I wasn't trying to talk a bunch of Greek to you guys. I like to keep things, you know, in basic terms, and don't get too businessy on anybody. I want to keep it down to earth, you know. I hate it when people try to business talk me. So I like to be cool with everybody and just talk like a normal person. But in this situation, there's a little bit of math involved, not too much, you know. Basically, just, you know, make sure your stuff's easy to store, easy to ship, light, and cheap. You know, make sure it's cheap, and I'll make sure people actually want it. Because if nobody's buying it, you're wasting your storage space and you're not improving your feedback score at all. So the main rules are, you know, make sure you can sell it for at least twice as much as you put into it, right? You know, make sure that it's, you know, light enough, you know, because you're gonna have to be shipping it from your house. You don't want to lose money in shipping costs, so you need to make sure it's pretty light. Make sure that people are actually buying it. Those are the main components, right? Make sure it's easy for you to get. Every single area, right? I mean this. Like, every single area is a little bit different. Like, every single area in the United States, at least, they all have their things that are undervalued, you know? Like, where I live, there's several things. You know, one thing I can point out to you right now are vinyl records. Highly, highly, highly undervalued where I'm from. I can pick up vinyl records for 25 cents and sell them all day long for 10 bucks, you know, on Amazon. That's just the way it is around here. Vinyl records are highly undervalued. Another thing that's highly undervalued around here are books. Very easy for me to make money on books around here. It's a little different no matter where you are. If you go out to the West Coast, I've talked to lots of people from the West Coast, they say, you know, it's a lot harder with books. It's not as easy to make money off of books, so they're not as undervalued there. But generally every area has their thing that's undervalued. You know, learning how to find that thing in your area that's undervalued, I mean, that's probably another video, right? That's probably a discussion for another video. It's probably beyond the scope of our feedback management system video. But the reason I bring it up, man, is because that stuff that's highly undervalued is sometimes that stuff's really good feedback management system inventory. If you think like, hey man, I can get this stuff really cheap, but I'm not really going to make a lot of money. I mean, think about like the idea of a record, right? I don't use that for a few different reasons, but you know, think about the idea of a record that you can pick up for 25 cents and sell for 10 bucks. I mean, that's a pretty cool situation, right? You know, it's not a lot of money, you know, and you start sending that stuff to Amazon FBA, and you know, sometimes you're not making a lot of money. You're only making like $3 or $4 per record now because of, you know, various fees and costs and stuff like that. Could records like that work for feedback management system for someone like me? They could. They absolutely could. The one thing I have to remember is records are kind of collectible, you know. So there's two things. A lot of times collectible stuff it's a little bit, you know, it's a little bit on the long tail sale side, right? Now you might be thinking, well, what are you talking about, long tail sale? I'm looking at the record listings and they have awesome bestseller rankings. Yes, they do, right? But the records I'm going to be getting for 25 cents out there, most of those are originals, right? They're originals, like from 1976 or 1972 or 1981. They're originals, right? Now the records have come back in a big way, so the record companies have started to make new copies. They've started to reprint old classics, right? They've started to reprint them. So now there's like, you know, the Eagles Hotel California 2014 edition, right? It's a brand new record, right? And that's what's really boosting the bestseller rankings on stuff like that. But for the classic originals, right? It's a whole different, really, they kind of go by their own price scale to me. I mean, you know, they're all listed together, but, you know, that original, sorry, I lost my train of thought. That original condition, right? That original first edition, it commands a higher price. It's a collectible and it commands a higher price. Now you have the people out there who love to listen to records and they just buy the new edition, they don't care. Then you're going to have those collectors out there who want that original edition. Now your goal with those records are to go after those collectors, right? Because you have an original. It's not the same as a brand new one. It's a collectible. So I'm getting way off base here, but that's why I probably wouldn't use those 25-cent records as feedback management system material, because, you know, they're not going to sell fast enough. And they're not really that small, they're kind of big. And also, on top of that, the people who I'm chasing, those collectors, man, they like things looking really good, right? When they buy a $15 record off of you, you know, and it's supposed to be from 1979, man, they would really like it to be in nice condition. And for you to make that happen, for you to keep it in nice condition from your house to their house, you know, you got to pack it a certain way. So it's kind of a lot of time. You don't want to mess with that too much for feedback management inventory. You want to add an extra item and you don't want to have to spend a lot of time on it, man. You're basically hedging your bets. You know, you're going to be making money off of Amazon FBA, but you got this little feedback management thing on the side where you're going to be keeping your feedback rating high, right? So what other things can you use? There's a lot of things you can use, guys. I mean, you can use importing as a tactic. Just make sure, you know, you get some samples before you import a whole bunch of stuff. Like, you know, hey, you know, I'm gonna import like a giant box of these flashlights, man, because, you know, I'm getting them for $1 a piece, and I'm gonna sell them for $5 a piece, and it's gonna be killer for my feedback management system. Yeah, it'll be killer as long as they sell, man. Don't import a whole pallet full of flashlights that you can't sell. If you're gonna import some stuff, make sure you get samples first. You know, people always say, well, dude, I lose money on those samples. Plan on it, man. Plan on losing money on your samples. The samples are not about making money. The samples are about testing the market. The samples are about making sure you're not going to lose a shit ton of money on a big pallet full of stuff. Okay? That's like the cost of doing business. Whatever money you spend on those samples, make sure you keep track of your expense. It's going to be tax write-off at the end of the year. It's all part of your business, okay? We're going to get into feedback management system on AdventuresOnTheRiver.com. This video is going way too long. I kind of just wanted to give you guys the basics of a feedback management system in a way that you can kind of boost your feedback here going into quarter number 4. But anyways, I hope this video has been helpful to you guys, and all you guys AdventuresOnTheRiver.com members, you AOTR insiders, man, we'll talk more about this feedback management system in the members area in November. Yes, we're still doing affiliate command, but we're also going to bring back some of the normal Amazon stuff too, in addition to affiliate command. So feedback management system is one of those items. So anyways, I'll catch up with you guys next video. Peace.